Spice.
No, move wherever you have to.
That'd be perfect. There's your pretty mug.
Oh, eat my string cheese.
Okay. So, thank you for agreeing to help me with this project, Miss Steele. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
So, as I understand, we're here to talk a little bit about Shannon today.
Mhm.
And why did you think he'd be a good idea to help?
I believe Shannon has some different disabilities. He has behavior problems, and probably well, not even problems, but let's say issues.
Okay.
Okay, and I figure out maybe one more person seeing Shannon could help us out with Shannon.
So, what kind of behavior issues have you observed?
Anger, very, very anger, and then aggressive, hitting mostly, well, punching, beating up. Once he gets to a point, he has a hard time controlling himself.
So does it is it other kids? Is it certain other kids that he's beating up? Is it just people in general?
Well, usually one particular that, annoys him. So when he gets annoyed by that child, he attacks. Sometimes on the playground, he's real competitive. He likes to play, and he wants to win. And he has a hard time if it's not his way. He has a hard time controlling his anger.
Hard time controlling his anger. Are there certain besides playing, are there other type of events that happen that precede the anger?
No, the main thing with him is when when he's out of structure. Anytime he's out of structure, sometimes in a large group or real loud, like when the cafeteria gets real loud, that stimulates him right up. He just gets fired up from the loud noises.
Broke my pen. Awesome.
See one over there? Here's that's yours. Do you want a pencil or a pen? Okay.
So in those large group structures when things are kind of
Yes.
haywire, his
The playground, the cafeteria, the gym, anywhere where he has that little bit of freedom where he doesn't have so much structure.
How many times a day would you say his angry outbursts happen, or weeks? Or?
Well, it used to be last year probably every day when he was in kindergarten. This year he started out that way, but now he's to the point where sometimes he can control it. I'll just say his name and he'll have his fists all balled up and he'll be ready to go, and I'll say his name and he'll stop. Or Anthony is the child that really tends to irritate him, and he can walk away sometimes. So maybe I'm saying, not that often, maybe once every 4 days, 5 days. He's really beginning to control it a lot.
Well, why do you think you observed that change?
I think mostly he enjoys his incentive chart. He's on a behavior plan. He enjoys being successful. Whenever I'll say something like, "Oh, you did, boy, Shannon, today, I see you were so mad, and excuse me, you just really wanted to hit Anthony, but you controlled yourself." And then he's real proud of himself, and I will take him to an administrator or another teacher and say, "Now, Shannon, tell them what you did." And they're expecting for him to say, "Oh, I punched." No, but then he says, "I control myself," and then he feels real good about himself.
So it seems like what you're telling me is Shannon is really receptive to praise and positive attention.
Building his self-esteem a little bit and make him feel like everything he does isn't wrong. I think he's been in that situation for a long time, that he's labeled. And I think now that he's realizing he could control some of it. I still believe that, there might be a special need there, definitely, but not to the extent that it was.
So what goals do you have for him, or what type of things would you like us to work on?
Well, Shannon needs to read. He's the first time when you ask him to do anything with words, he'll say, "I don't know how to read. I can't." Math, he'll jump in a little bit more, but I know he wants to read, but he can't. And he's a repeater. He did kindergarten twice. So I'm saying that, this is the year that he has to grasp it, or other measures are definitely gonna have to be either test him to see if there is something besides ED. I don't know.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is while he does have some behavioral challenges, they are getting better, and for the purpose of this particular intervention, you'd like to focus on his reading.
Right.
Awesome. So can he identify letters?
Most letters, he can identify most letters, and I'd say probably about 90% of the sounds.
And what percent of the sounds on average can other classmates identify?
This class is a little bit lower than usual. There's probably about, out of the 18 kids in here, it's probably about 7 that don't know all the letters and sounds. So it'd be the reading and writing skills. They all need a lot of writing skills.
Writing skills, so reading and writing.
Mm-hmm.
Are there certain things, like reading activities that he enjoys more than others that you've noticed, or that he's more successful at?
Computer.
So,
Anything that he's on a program called Imagine Learning. 30 of the kids here are in the building, and it's reading. It's nice. They're supposed to do it every single day for about 20 minutes, and it helps them just to build the letter sounds, build the vocabularies, learn to recognize words. And he does Starfall also, which is another. I make him. He always wants to go right to the math, but I make him stay on the reading first, and then once he does some of that, then I reward him by letting him go to the math. Because the math he can whiz right through, he loves, but the reading is a struggle. He doesn't like a challenge.
So he likes reading activities that appear a little bit more easier than others?
Yes. He gets very frustrated when he's challenged.
So can he identify any words as of yet?
A few basic, and, in, be, not a lot, but some.
In the next couple months, where would your goal be for the number of words that you'd like to see him to be able to identify?
Oh, boy. I don't know, maybe by Christmas up to 50 words. I mean, that's huge, but that's like with our curriculum. But a lot of the kids, when you first come into first grade, I'm not sure the exact number that you should be identifying, but they should be reading fluently on a first grade level, even if it's only like I can play. And he's unable to do that.
So he's unable to read fluently currently.
Mm-hmm.
Mister, I recognize that you're working really hard with this group of kids, and I recognize it's a tough population. It's not easy, and it's nice to see people who come in with a positive attitude still and,
thank you.
and do their best. I mean, it's recognizable that you do that.
Thank you very
commend
much.
for that.
Thank you.
I see you in here working really hard with these kiddos,
Thank you.
and they seem to really enjoy you.
Oh, they do most of the time. I'm a little crabby at them today. We had a rough morning meeting, but yeah, I think they do. Thank you.
So do you think that maybe like computer programs would be a good focus to kind of help him?
Oh,
start
definitely.
That would be the route to go in.
Anything computer, electronic, anything like that, he definitely would help him.
Awesome.
Because he really enjoys that. He enjoys the, he's not a like sit down, book, flashcard kind of kid, nothing like that. He likes the computers and the word games, and he likes, flipping cards. He likes to be successful. He likes to show that he knows a word.
And how like I know you can't predict the future, but like with the other kiddos in the classroom, do you think that most of them will be able to identify 50 words up to Christmas, by Christmas? Like the goal for Shannon?
Most, yes, I think so. I think most of them. There's gonna be 4 or 5 that are still gonna lag behind. I do have some younger boys that are still 5 that shouldn't have been in first grade, so they were 6, but they were showing skills, so I think they'll catch up. I think this class is very young, and the social skills in here do get in the way of their learning because they're extremely young, and they enjoy a lot of the one-on-one kind of baby me kind of grandma mommy kind of thing, but they're getting there. They are.
And is Shannon, would you say, with that group of kids that enjoys to be?
Yes. Shannon loves attention. He will do anything to get it. It's something as simple as he'll pretend like he has a mosquito bite, or just something to get your attention. He likes the attention, and he's used to getting it negative. and he doesn't anymore. Are you sure? Thanks, I'll be right back.